Good evening, y'all. It's Rob from Rings and Things, proud member of the Ring Finders. I got a message on one of my Facebook pages, groups that I created. Here it is right here. And so I messaged her back, and she had lost a ring. She doesn't know where. It was over a couple day time period. We have done a lot of talking, trying to narrow it down, activities she had done, places she had been, stuff like that. We've got a game plan together, so I'm going to be meeting tomorrow with her, and we are going to put our plan together, and she's going to be helping out with it. So I've divided some things up into things that she can look and do in the house and things I'm going to do outside the house before we branch off into the city of Lincoln, which I hope we don't end up having to go that far. So let's go see what we can do. Well, I guess I don't have to ask how you're doing, right?
Doing all right.
Okay. So Wednesday night, you thought you had your ring. So how do you say your name?
Mora.
Okay. I'm terrible with spelling.
That's okay.
Wednesday night, you knew you had it last. And then, so what'd you do Thursday and Friday? Did you work or?
I don't work, no. Thursday, I don't know what I did Thursday. Probably, Thursday I went and got groceries and ran some errands.
Okay.
Thursday.
Anything that you would have done on those days that would have made you look at your ring or?
No, I think I would have noticed it if I was in the house, because I'm constantly looking at my hands while I'm doing dishes, and I would have realized something was gone. Friday night I went out back and I was playing with the dogs for a while, and I was
So how late was that? Was it cold out then, or?
Yeah, it was probably about 6 o'clock at night.
So did you throw 2 balls that night? So how do you, when you do 2 dogs, do you throw them this way? Do you like that? How do you, how is your hand motion when you?
For the younger one, I throw it really hard. And then for the older one, I kind of just like toss it on the ground.
So you do the older one usually in your left hand?
Yeah.
Okay. And then they bring them back and you do it from the same spot usually, or do you end up going to another spot and coming back?
Same spot.
Okay, let's walk back there first. And when somebody will say I threw a frisbee, immediately you have in your mind how a frisbee's thrown.
Yeah.
But you've seen so many different ways a frisbee can be thrown.
Right.
So I asked that to get an idea on trajectories and how far things can go usually. And so how big are the balls? Like this little one down here? Like a little black one like that?
Yep.
Okay.
Balls.
And so where do you normally stand?
I stand all the way back here, so I can give the younger one a lot more room.
Okay.
So I stand right here in this corner, and then I throw his ball either to that farthest corner or this farthest corner, and then for the older one, I just kind of right down the middle.
Okay. Well, yeah, so what I'll probably do is I'll probably try to just mark, I got some lines for gridding out this. I'll probably grid this out just so we make sure we get every square inch, because we got a big time frame we're dealing with a lot of different activities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I want to get, if we don't find it here, I want to be able to say 100% it's not here. So I want to be able to make sure I get every square inch of that area. So that's probably our best bet is, starting the smaller areas that were sooner in the time frame, and then go from there. So you have pretty good recollection when you were at the golf course where you guys walked.
Yeah.
So if I needed you to try to just kind of mark up a Google map, you could kind of do that if we have to get that far. I actually work on the north side of town too.
I was rarely on the fairway.
Well,
but not like in the deep.
Well, and that can be good. That can be good too. Also, is somebody doesn't see it. So have you called the golf course or talked to them and said, hey, you know?
Yeah, I talked to them, and then they posted what I wrote, and then my fiance works at LPD, and so he went there today and filed a report, and then gave them
That's his name?
Grant Shaw.
Okay.
And the groundskeeper there is an ex
at the golf course?
Yeah.
Okay.
Firefighter.
Okay.
And so he says his guys are out there a lot, and so they'll be kind of keeping an eye out for it too.
They just, you can see with the yellow gold how you can easily just blend right in with this type of grass. I remember having guys go out at night with headlamps and flashlights thinking they would see something sparkle.
Yeah.
But then, you know, and you just,
it's all the same.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. So
I went through the yard twice already, but
yeah,
I thought it would be easy because the grass is really trampled from the dogs.
Yeah.
But who knows
you know, and also, yeah, and also a dog could possibly flick it with a paw or a claw and end up going off to the side of the area too. I mean, there's the possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
So we'll work with you here and try to see what we can do. And
okay.
And so there's no way it could go down any of your drains in your sinks. You said you had strainers on them or stuff like that.
Yeah, I have strainers on them, and then if you take the strainers out, there's like crosshairs in the sink.
Yeah.
So it couldn't have gone down those.
Okay, so if it does go down, they'll get stuck in the P trap. Mm-hmm. They don't go down the main sewer, which some people think, you know, not to the city in Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
So, well, today we're working a ring recovery. She doesn't know where she lost it, but she was throwing balls with both her hands with the dogs in the backyard. So I'm actually going to lay out a grid so I can make sure I get every square inch of this backyard. And so when I'm done with this backyard, I can say 100% that ring is or is not in this backyard. So I space them out about 4.5 feet today, 100-foot tape measures. So 65 foot, that's 4.5, puts us at 69 right there. We'll tension it up. She was at a golf course also, so she will be drawing a map on the golf course so I can also detect that if need be. It could be a lot of places, but we'll do what we can do. Got my handy dandy bag here with supplies. Thanks for all the support from everybody. I've been able to invest in some more equipment to do our job better in order to help people on this. Okay, so I'm just getting the detector set up, got my grids in, and your name is what? Mora goes in to double check some spots that she had a feeling it might be in, and she came out, and I thought she was going to bring me refreshments, but this is something a little more refreshing. Oh, look at that. What does that mean to have that back, huh?
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy.
So tell us, where was it?
It was in a crease in my dog bed.
No way. So do you remember doing anything in your dog bed?
No.
Brushing the dog?
No.
Anything? So do the dogs sleep in there at night?
They do, yes. But I do pet them before they go to bed, and maybe my hand got wedged under their heads.
Wow.
And just took it right off.
Oh, that thing's beautiful.
I am so happy.
So, were you in the doghouse?
A little bit.
Really? What did your fiance say?
Oh, he said, "Well, I can't get you another one right now." But
oh man, this is awesome. This is just irreplaceable. You know, first engagement ring like that.
I'm shaking.
And how long until you actually are supposed to move out of town? Maybe.
Later this year or early next year.
Okay, and then again, how did you actually come across me?
You messaged me because I had posted in a ring finders group, and one of the questions was, have you lost anything?
Do you know whose group that is?
Is that your group?
That's my group. And so thank you for doing that. You know, and that's exactly what that's for, is to try to reach as many people that look different ways to find that.
That is awesome. Well, you came out here right away. You were ready to go in the middle of the night to find this, and it just happened to be by mistake.
Okay, so what did you just say?
I said I went from crying last night until you messaged me, and it actually gave me hope that we might be able to find this thing.
Wow.
So it gave me a great deal of peace.
No pressure there, I'll tell you that. But she did an amazing job, you know, calmed down, thought through her mind, you know, what are the places where I could have possibly lost it, places that I do things with my hands overnight, subconsciously thinking about those things, stuff like that. And that's teamwork right there.
Yes.
So this is exactly what we wanted to have happen, is you to get your ring back. So I better have her put it back on. Well, that was a strange recovery, but turned out exactly how we wanted it to turn out. She got her ring back. So awesome. As you know, we have a missing person around here. His name is Tyler Goodrich. Keep your eyes open for him, ears also. You can read about him on the internet and the story behind how he went missing. Also, give us a call for any of your metal detecting needs, lost item recoveries. My number is 402-580-6933. We're a proud member of the Ring Finders. At theringfinders.com, you can find yourself a certified detectivist in your area. Give them a call and have them help you find your lost item. Until next time, take care.